The unspoken rules of attraction. Why she's really playing hard to get there's a brutal, unspoken truth most men will live their entire lives without ever understanding. It governs the very fabric of attraction, yet it remains hidden in plain sight. It's a silent chess match you don't even know you're playing, and the rules are written in a language you haven't been taught to read. When a woman you're deeply interested in, the one who gives you that electric feeling, suddenly pulls away, goes cold, or begins sending you those maddeningly confusing mixed signals, it is almost never a random act. It's not because she's fickle, and it's not because she's just playing games for the sake of cruelty. In the vast majority of cases, her behavior is driven by something far more primal, something etched into our collective psychological DNA. She is testing you. And, in all likelihood, you are failing spectacularly. This isn't a conscious, calculated maneuver designed to trip you up. It's an instinctual, subconscious process. It's a series of subtle, often unintentional, stress tests designed to reveal the true nature of your character. When she delays a text reply for a few hours, when she's suddenly busy this weekend, when she seems warm and engaged one moment and distant the next, she is, on a deep biological level, asking a fundamental question: who are you, really, when faced with uncertainty? In this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain and reveal the 3 powerful, core psychological reasons women play hard to get. These aren't just theories, they are foundational principles of human interaction that, once understood, will fundamentally change the way you navigate the world of dating. The first, and most critical for you to grasp, is that she is unconsciously filtering you from the vast pool of other men. She's testing to see if you'll get insecure and start questioning your own worth. She's watching to see if you'll become needy, flooding her phone with messages demanding reassurance. She's observing to see if you'll crumble under the slightest pressure, revealing a core of emotional instability. She is looking for a man who is a mountain, grounded, self-assured, and unshakable in his own purpose, not a leaf tossed about by the winds of her validation. Pass this silent test, and her attraction for you will not just grow, it will skyrocket into a realm of respect and genuine desire. Fail it, and you become functionally invisible to her, relegated to the category of just another guy. If you are ready to finally understand the intricate psychology behind this behavior and, more importantly, learn the one correct way to respond that makes her drop the act and see you as the man she's been hoping to find, then you need to subscribe to this channel. This is the insider knowledge, the crucial missing piece of the puzzle that most men will simply never have access to. Reason number 1, she's testing your strength and emotional fortitude. Now, let's unpack the first and most powerful reason she's holding back. As we've established, it's a test. But when I use that word, I need you to immediately discard any notion of a cruel academic exam or a manipulative trick. It's not designed to make you fail, it's an involuntary filtration system, particularly common among women who, for one reason or another, receive a significant amount of male attention. Whether she is conventionally beautiful, exceptionally charismatic, intelligent, or outgoing, a woman with options has been forced to develop a highly effective method for sorting the worthy from the unworthy. Let's delve into the evolutionary psychology here. For millennia, a woman's choice of partner had profound, life-altering consequences. Her subconscious mind is therefore hardwired with a primal directive: find a man who is not just a provider, but a protector. In the modern world, this doesn't just mean physical protection. It means emotional protection. She is looking for a man who can be a calm port in an emotional storm. A man who remains unfazed by her tests is a man who signals he can likely remain unfazed by the real challenges life will throw their way. He demonstrates emotional fortitude. These women are perpetually inundated with male interest. They are accustomed to men who immediately resort to supplication, guys who shower them with unearned compliments and place them on an impossibly high pedestal. While momentarily flattering, it is profoundly unattractive. It signals weakness and a man who lacks his own internal source of validation. So, to protect her time and her emotional energy, her subconscious initiates the test. It's her way of applying pressure to the system to see where the cracks appear. How do you handle it when she doesn't immediately validate your efforts? Do you get insecure? Does your mind immediately spiral into a self-deprecating monologue? She must not like me. I said something stupid. This reveals a lack of self-confidence. Do you start doubting yourself? Do you reread your past messages, obsessing over every word choice, convinced you've made some fatal error? This shows overthinking and anxiety. Do you chase harder? Do you double text, then triple text? Do you suddenly start liking all her old photos on Instagram? Do you offer grand, desperate gestures to win back her attention? This screams neediness. Or, do you remain calm, confident, and playful? Do you understand that she has a life of her own and that her momentary distance is not a reflection of your worth? This is the response most women are secretly hoping for. This test reveals everything. It shows whether you are grounded in your own purpose or whether you are a man who will crumble under pressure. A woman doesn't want a project she needs to fix or a boy she needs to constantly reassure. She wants a partner. She wants an equal. Reason number 2, she is terrified of looking easy. The second psychological driver is a deep-seated fear that most men dramatically underestimate. She is terrified of looking easy. This is a massive societal force that has been conditioned into women for generations. I'll be completely transparent with you. I have done this, my friends have done this, and nearly every woman I have ever known has done this at some point. To truly understand this, you need to grasp the social dynamics at play. The double standard is alive and well. A man who is successful with many women is often labeled a player or a stud. A woman who does the same is often slapped with far more derogatory labels. A woman's reputation and how she is perceived by her social circle are incredibly important to her. One of her deepest-seated fears is being labeled as desperate, cheap, or, worst of all, disposable. Imagine her having a conversation with her best friend after a great first date with you. Her friend asks, "So, did you text him back yet?" If she says, "Yes," instantly. "I told him I had the best time and can't wait to see him again." Her friend might reply, "Whoa, slow down. Don't seem too eager. Make him work for it a little." This isn't malicious advice, it's a social survival strategy passed down from woman to woman. Now, picture this from her point of view. She genuinely likes you. You give her that nervous, butterfly feeling. But her logical, self-protective brain kicks in. She knows that if she lays all her cards on the table immediately, she runs a significant risk. She risks being seen as just another conquest, a girl a guy can get with minimal effort and then discard just as easily. That is her absolute worst nightmare. So, what does she do? She plays it cool. She consciously puts a filter on her own excitement. She might see your text, smile widely, but force herself to wait a few hours to reply. She might decline a last-minute invitation, not because she doesn't want to see you, but because she wants to signal that her time is valuable and she needs to be prioritized. This isn't a sign that she doesn't like you. In fact, her caution is often proportional to her interest. It's her way of non-verbally communicating, "Show me that you are serious and that you see me as someone worth pursuing, not just someone who conveniently fell into your lap." Reason number 3, she's been hurt before and is protecting her heart. The third reason, and one that requires genuine empathy to understand, is that she's been hurt before. If a woman's behavior seems particularly erratic, a pattern of intense connection followed by abrupt withdrawal, it's highly probable she is navigating past emotional trauma. If she's been cheated on, lied to, or had her heart shattered, she is going to move forward with extreme caution. This isn't just a feeling, it's a neurological reality. When someone experiences a deep betrayal, their brain's threat detection system, the amygdala, becomes hypervigilant. It starts scanning for any pattern that resembles the past pain. Her pulling away isn't a logical decision, it's often an instinctual, amygdala-driven fear response. She is not reacting to you, she is reacting to the ghost of a man from her past. Her behavior becomes a confusing dance of approach and retreat. She'll send a warm, engaging text one day, making you feel like you're the only person in the world. Then, the next day, she might seem distant. This isn't because she's trying to manipulate you. It's because she is fighting a fierce internal battle. One part of her craves connection and is drawn to you, while the other, wounded part is screaming at her to run for the hills. Her hot and cold behavior is a protective mechanism. If this is the reason for her distance, pushing harder is the absolute worst thing you can do. Aggressively seeking reassurance or demanding to know what's wrong will only validate her deepest fears. In this scenario, patience and consistency are your greatest allies. By remaining calm, you create a new, safe neural pathway in her brain. You slowly, over time, show her that you are not the man who hurt her. You are someone different. You are someone safe. The litmus test: how to know if she's genuinely interested. This brings us to the most critical question: how can you be sure she's playing hard to get and isn't just not interested? Countless good men waste their emotional energy chasing women who were never interested, misinterpreting clear signals of disinterest as a complex game. That's why you need a reliable litmus test. I'm going to give you 4 simple, observable signs. If you see these signs consistently, she is almost certainly interested. If you don't, it is time to respectfully walk away. Sign number 1: the quality of her attention. When you are interacting, what is the quality of her attention? A woman playing hard to get might not reply instantly, but when she does, her engagement will be high. She will remember small details you've told her, even bringing up something you mentioned days ago. She'll ask thoughtful, open-ended follow-up questions. Her attention is the currency of her attraction. Conversely, if her responses are consistently one-word, dry, and low-effort, replies like lol, okay, or nice, she is not interested. Sign number 2: the butterfly effect. Most women, even the most composed, get a little nervous around a man they genuinely like. Her body language will betray her. Look for these tells: she fumbles over her words, she giggles at random moments, she subconsciously plays with her hair or touches her neck. She might struggle to hold direct eye contact, looking away with a shy smile. These are her butterflies showing. If she seems completely calm and almost bored by your presence, it's a strong indicator of disinterest. Sign number 3: her reception to physical contact. This one is non-negotiable. When you create a brief, appropriate opportunity for light, playful touch, a gentle tap on the arm, a hand on her lower back to guide her, how does she react? If she flinches or pulls away, that is an unambiguous signal of disinterest. Period. But if she accepts it naturally, or even leans back in toward you, she is open to you. And if she finds a reason to reciprocate, if she playfully hits your arm or finds an excuse to touch your hand, that's a massive green light. Sign number 4: the effort in her communication. A woman playing hard to get may not text first or reply right away. But when she does reply, she puts in the effort. She isn't just giving robotic answers that kill the conversation. She asks you questions back, keeping the conversational ball in motion. She uses emojis to convey emotion. She writes in full sentences. If her replies are consistently lazy and show zero effort, she's not playing hard to get. She's actively showing you she's not interested. The 2 deadly mistakes, and the 1 correct response. So, you've run her behavior through the litmus test. You're reasonably sure she's interested. This is the critical juncture where most men will irrevocably destroy their chances by making one of 2 deadly mistakes, both born from an inability to handle the tension. The first deadly mistake: blurting out your feelings. The man gets frustrated. He can't handle the ambiguity, so he decides to lay all his cards on the table in a desperate bid for clarity. He sends the dreaded text: I just want you to know that I really, really like you. Why are you being so distant? He thinks he's being honest, but he's actually projecting neediness. The internal anxiety he felt became so unbearable that he had to outsource his emotional regulation to her. He's just demonstrated he couldn't handle the uncertainty. You've just failed her test. The second deadly mistake: going cold. This is the opposite but equally destructive reaction. The man's ego gets bruised, and he decides to play the same game back with a vindictive edge. He starts intentionally ignoring her, leaving her messages unread to teach her a lesson. This doesn't build attraction, it builds a toxic game of chess. You're not demonstrating strength, you're demonstrating that your ego is fragile and you are easily thrown off your center. This approach leaves you both feeling drained and resentful. So, if you're not supposed to confess, and you're not supposed to go cold, what is the right way to handle it? The answer is one of the most powerful concepts in modern attraction: playful persistence. This is the perfect middle path. You're not making grand, emotional moves, but you are also not petulantly pulling away. Instead, you remain calm, confident, and you continue to interact in a fun, flirty, and high-value way. Here's what that looks like in action. Scenario 1, she takes hours, or even a day, to reply to your text. Wrong response, needy, hey, just checking to see if you got my last message? Correct response, playful persistence, when she finally replies, you don't mention the delay. You just continue the conversation playfully. Or, if you want to be a bit cheeky, you can say, wow, you finally emerged from your secret agent mission. Did you save the world? Scenario 2, you ask her out for Friday and she says, I'm not sure, I might be busy. Wrong response, desperate, oh, okay. Well, what about Saturday? Or Sunday? I'm free all weekend. Correct response, playful persistence, no problem. A woman of your importance must have a packed social calendar. I might be able to pencil you in for next week if you're lucky, winking face emoji. Let me know. Playful persistence communicates two incredibly powerful things at once. First, by remaining unbothered, it shows you are not desperate for her approval. Your happiness is not contingent on her reply. Second, by continuing to engage playfully, it shows you are not afraid to demonstrate your interest. It is this exact balance of confidence and charm that makes a woman's attraction grow exponentially. It proves you are the rare man who doesn't break under pressure. When you master this, she stops testing you and begins to engage honestly, because you've just shown her you're the kind of strong, grounded man she was hoping to find. Conclusion, your path forward. So, let's bring it all together. You now possess a deeper understanding of the 3 core psychological reasons women play hard to get. She's been hurt and is protecting her heart, she doesn't want to look easy, or she's testing your strength. You have the 4-sign litmus test to accurately diagnose whether she's genuinely interested. And, most critically, you know to avoid the 2 deadly mistakes of confessing your feelings or going cold. Your mission is simple: master the art of playful persistence. Stay calm, stay confident, and stay playful. When you do that, you create a feeling inside her that she simply cannot ignore, a magnetic and irresistible combination of safety and excitement. That is the key that unlocks genuine, lasting attraction. Now, I have a question for every man watching this. Have you ever been in a situation where you were certain a woman was playing hard to get? Which of the 2 mistakes did you make? Did you confess your feelings, or did you go cold? Be honest in the comments below. I read every single one, and your story might just be the lesson that helps another man who is going through the exact same thing. If this video opened your eyes, do 2 things for me right now that will help this channel immensely. Hit that like button so I know this content is valuable, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Every week, we dive deep into the unfiltered truths of attraction and psychology that most men will never learn. Thank you for watching until the very end. Stay sharp, stay confident, and never let mixed signals throw you off your game again.